Okay, let me just say before I get started on this that, I'm generally a nice guy. I don't like to make fun of people, but if you bombard me with ads, on the YouTube homepage every time I go on YouTube, I think that gives me some kind of a right to make fun of you. And I'm justified in that God-given right. So, I'm not really going to make fun of the content of this video because it's just standard pro-life stuff. State-enforced births. Hey, Abby, what about after they're born? F*** them. What's really interesting about this is the massive amount of ads they're buying for these channels. And I mean, all kinds of people are seeing these videos, not people who want to see these videos. So the comments are kind of great. YouTube, so how many ads would you like to have? Abby, yes. Why is this woman always popping up on my homepage? I don't watch anything like this, so why? LOL, I'm just here for the comments. Laughing, crying face. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's drive-thru. I like that one because that's like that's almost like a old-timey David Letterman joke. Clicks, stop seeing this ad. Sorry, Abby, but one video is all I can take. Ooh, brutal. She's getting killed in these comments, my dudes. Me, I'm not interested. YouTube, ha ha ha. Anyway, here's her face 10 times a day. So a lot of these comments, none of the comments are positive, but some of them are downright on the opposite side of her message. 425, I know you did not just say women's role is having children. Okay, let's just go ahead and go to 425 here.
Victimized into leaving behind the role she was born to play. Mother. Not all abortion supporters have this mentality.
Yeah. She did. She went there, girlfriend. If my mom decided not to have me, I wouldn't be mad. I would understand her situation. Oh, that's a nice kind of Marty Back to the Future was never born sentiment. It doesn't matter how many times I hit stop seeing ads like this, she still pops up. Honestly, at this point, I'm wondering how much she's paying for ads. And maybe my favorite one, only if YouTube gave me the right to choose not to see this ad anymore. Nailed it. I mean, I have to say, like, reading these comments, people are not stupid. If you try to push propaganda on them through YouTube ads, a lot of people are just gonna call you out for this nonsense. People are not as dumb as these Shapiros think they are. Okay, so this is what I think is going on. Inside Google Ads, you have interest. They probably clicked on interest, went to news and politics, and probably just clicked that. And that's who they're targeting. And as you can see here, 10 billion to 1 trillion impressions weekly. So it seems like either they don't really know how to target these ads on YouTube, or they just have enough money where they don't care. They're just like, yeah, just throw them up there, do a broad audience. If it goes to the wrong people, who cares? We're just spending a bunch of money on this. As long as a bunch of people subscribe, we don't care. We'll just spend millions of dollars on these ads. It's probably a combination of both of those things, but either way, this is very, very, very expensive to run this amount of ads in this broad way. And what's her name? Abby Shapiro. These aren't the only videos that I'm getting from these people. Her brother, Ben Shapiro, I think he still runs this site. At least he still is a talent on the site called The Daily Wire. He started it. He was one of the co-founders. And I get ads for that channel every day, nonstop. At least once a day, I'll get an ad for The Daily Wire. So they are they are spending tons of money on these ads. Extremely expensive. Extremely expensive. They're spending literally millions of dollars on these ads. And it's kind of an open secret where all that money is coming from. What's messed up about this, though, what adds a real weird twist to this, is that the past couple of years, YouTube has said, we don't want as many independent news channels, gaining a big following on our thing. For me, I watch channels like The Majority Report every once in a while, and I noticed that if I watch all the way through of one of their videos, it'll redirect to another channel. So it'll go to like John Oliver. It used to go to Fox News and MSNBC and stuff like that, and I think they figured out like, oh, The Majority Report is actually more like John Oliver, but that's more established media, so we'll send it over to John Oliver. So at the same time, these people just have these endless, bottomless pockets to throw money at these Daily Wire, Abby Shapiro ads. Other news channels are like independent news channels having a much harder time to get a footing, and they don't have billionaire oil executives to throw money at ads for them. So they're just able to kind of just float right past all the messy details of getting your channel seen organically and putting a bunch of videos out there hoping somebody sees them in a free marketplace of video ideas, as I call it. So yeah, it's just a ton of right-wing dark money coming in for these ads. But if you've seen this, please send me a message. Chat, put it in the comments. Have you ever seen an ad for a leftish channel or like a socialist channel or something? I've never in my life seen an ad even close to anything like that. The closest, okay, maybe the closest is like Bernard Sanders' primary campaign ads. That's the absolute closest I've ever gotten to anything on the other side of this political stuff. So there's a little bit of a fairness problem here. There's a little bit of one voice is a little bit louder because of that sweet, sweet money from these secret, shadowy characters. And it looks like, fortunately, people are watching these Abby Shapiro videos and they're like, yeah, this is stupid. I don't want anything to do with this. But I think a lot of people will click on those Daily Wire ads and they'll be like, oh, news. I don't know. Seems like news. And then they'll watch this and they'll just get fire hosed with like racist nonsense. And they'll be like, seems credible to me. These people talk pretty fast. Somebody wrote scripts for them. Seems legit to me. Subscribe. Yeah, and they've even said, yeah, money is speech. The more money, the more speech. Kings and queens, oligarchs, and plutocrats. That's what I believe in. But what we can tell from these comments on this video is that a lot of people, if not most people, are clicking on this video out of just pure cringiosity. They're clicking on it out of cringiosity. Thus the comments. And here's a problem, guys. Here's the problem with that, okay? When you do that, when you click on these video ads out of cringiosity, it's gonna retarget you. It's gonna retarget you, especially if you let the video play all the way through, okay? So it's gonna charge them because you click on it, okay? This is really bad for them, guys. Don't do this. What I'm describing, don't do this. You click on their ad, you let it play all the way through, you're going to get retargeted because the YouTube robot is going to say, this person likes this kind of video, show them more. Bombard them with more and more of our ad, which, remember, costs money. And then you click on another one, you keep clicking on these ads, they're going to get charged, but you don't even want to see this video. And maybe you leave like a catty comment in there. That's not nice. Don't do that. What I'm describing, guys, don't do it, especially the ads. I'm talking especially the ads. If you click on one of those ads, you're getting retargeted. And that's going to charge them, remember. So that's a mean thing to do, and that's going to cost them money. And especially if you're putting in comments that are funny and, kind of pointing out how ludicrous this is and how kind of unfair and weird this is. That's not nice either, putting those comments, guys. When I'm describing, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Don't do it, please. Okay? So, well, have a good night. And remember, if you have more money, you deserve to have more of a voice. Okay? It's called democracy. Ever heard of it? You pukes?
For much more content, that's what I call it, subscribe to my podcast. Subscribe to my pod. You can also call me and leave me a message at 512-593-8854. That's 512-593-8854. Thank you, and God bless.